Hi, my name is Tilmann Ilse. I'm an audio engineer and I'm in the legendary home studios in Hamburg, Germany. I'm in the industry for at least 20 years, starting as an intern, and always liked big mixing consoles. I have a very great obsession with analog output gear and analog consoles. Today I will show you some of my workflow and how and why I use analog stuff. Of course I use a computer, but focus heavy on the analog stuff. It still has some unique sound and the workflow is completely different. And of course, if you need to record a band or some artist, for me you need analog hardware. Usually when I do recordings, I don't record anything flat. I record with compression, with distortion, with equalization, everything on it. I want to give the artist a nice feeling and give them the best possible sound already during their recordings. Basically, I print everything, have a lot of fun using all the nice output stuff, and yeah, just go for it. I'm a very big fan of the API 500 series format, so I think I have 44 available slots, and it's a super nice format. You can get every color you want. When the Expressor came out years ago, I immediately bought it because it has a lot of features in a very small form factor. It's a true stereo device. It has this gain reduction limiter, which is an absolutely cool feature. I explain more about that later. Today we talk about some other elysia products, the mpressor and also the mpressor 500 series modules, which are really nice compressors. It's exactly what I need when I do, for example, drums, compressed drum rooms, or even vocals and acoustic guitar sounds brilliant on it. Now I'm going to show you a Pro Tools session with the drum recording I recently did. We have, I don't know, 18 tracks. It's kick, snare, the usual stuff, toms, stereo overheads, stereo close ambience, stereo far room, and stereo Kachel room. That means the two booths in the back, which are completely covered with mirrors and no fabric at all, so they really have a smashy sound. Usually I record all the tracks with EQ or compression when it's needed. In this case, the producer wanted me to do not put any compression on the big drum room. I put the mpressor 500 on it, and the mpressor is on the drum bus. I'm going to show you how it sounds. So this is the drums without any of the mpressors, and this is with the mpressor 500 on the drum room. Without and with. So it really gives the drum sound a lot more punch. It glues everything together, and it will really sit well in the mix later. Now I'm going to show you how the mpressor 500 sounds on the individual room tracks. That's without, and that's with the mpressor. Without, and with the mpressor 500. It really brings up the room, it makes it sound way bigger, and it glues everything together, and it really sits well in the mix later on. Now I'm going to show you the settings I used a little bit more in detail, and we start with the mpressor 500. So this is the room microphones, the individual microphones, and the mpressor is in bypass, so I switch it in. Now you can hear the full compression, which is nice, but maybe it's too much, so you can dial in the gain reduction limiter. You can see this on the yellow LEDs. So maybe we go to 8 dB. Then you have the nice compressed sound, but you still contain a dynamic of very loud signals. And it sounds a bit squashed, but it's not totally squashed. Check the difference. So you have still nicer transients, but also this glued together, compressed, bottom-up room sound. Now we move on to the rack mpressor, and I show you a little bit about the extra feature, the Niveau filter or tilt EQ, and how you can use it. This is the mpressor rack series on the drum bass. This is in bypass now. You can already see the gain reduction, and this is with the compressor. It's a super heavy, punchy sound, maybe a bit too much for the mix. So this again, the gain reduction limit feature comes into place. So it reduces the gain reduction to a few dB. You already have this aggressive punch, but the transients are still there. So if you listen to the snare, bypass, and you have this aggressive punch, but only a few dB gain reduction, and it doesn't squash everything. Without gain reduction limit, yeah, that's, for my taste, it's too much. Again, it's absolute killer feature. So let's talk about the special feature, the Niveau filter, which you can see here. You have EQ gain, positive, negative, and you have the center frequency, because it's basically a tilt filter. And yeah, listen what it does. The center frequency is right now about 220 Hertz something. So it lowers the low frequency and boosts the high frequency, or vice versa. You can make it duller, a little bit more bassy, depending what the mix need or what you want it to sound. Also, if you activate times 10 button, then it goes to 2K2 roughly. It basically removes all of the low frequency content. And you can make it sound lo-fi. So it's really a quick way to adjust the balance of the drum sound, rather than going to insert another EQ and fiddle around with that. So you can adjust both high and low frequency at the same time. Really nice feature. I was very curious about the mpressor and the mpressor 500, so I checked them out. They are both great sounding compressors. The 500 series compressor is, so to say, the little brother or little sister of the mpressor and has slightly different features than the mpressor. There are a few differences. The mpressor is a big 2-unit box. It's packed full of electronics compared to the 500 series. It has an additional tilt EQ, which is not present at the mpressor 500. The mpressor 500 is exactly what I need when I do drums, compressed drum rooms. Even vocals and acoustic guitar sounds brilliant on it. You can just level it softly, or you can really hit it hard. Also, again, the gain reduction limiter, which is a super nice invention. It's a killer feature for me. I love recording drums with it. I always put it on my drum rooms. It's made for that.